Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. Gotta get the lighting right. Okay, that's good. All right, that looks good. Welcome and thank you for being here today. Hit the like button as you arrive. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, we're going to be discussing salary, standards, looks, and worthiness. Because I think a lot of the misconception has to do with both between men and women. In a lot of different cultures, things are different. Okay. But here, specifically, and also a lot of the people on this channel do not separate the two, honestly. And we can see that. So a lot of people will feel like, okay, it's kind of like you feel like you want something. And let's say if you're a guy, let's say you're a man, and a man likes what he likes, right? A man has certain taste. He sees the type of woman he likes and he wants that type of woman. But if that type of woman does not want a man that doesn't make a lot of money, then that option may be very limited. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. If a woman wants a certain type of man who makes a lot of money and you're not or she's not what he's looking for, then the options are different. So what you have to do, sprinkle, somebody cash at me already. That's what I'm talking about. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So what you have to do is know what you want and that you are able to have it by maintaining whatever it is that you need to maintain in order to get what you want. That's it. Now, no one is expected to be perfect or a billionaire, and sometimes not even a millionaire. But you are expected to be able to provide and do the things that that woman may want and have in her lifestyle. That's it. And we shouldn't be bashed for our standards and tastes, just like you can't bash a man for wanting someone that looks good and whatever he says that his taste is. You can't bash a man for wanting a woman to look a certain way or to whatever. If they can have it, they will. If they can't, they won't. But at the same time, you can't be upset at people for wanting what they want. The same way a man can want a woman who wants them for who they are, to be submissive, to work and build and be 50-50. A woman can also want a man who can provide, protect, and, give her what she wants as well. That's the same thing as a man wanting those things. So if you want something, that's what you want. That's what you see your life as. But then you have to ask yourself, why do you want this? What purpose is what I want for? The answers will be very different depending on if you're a man or a woman. So why do I want a man who has money, who can provide, protect, and not have me go out into the world and have to work for other people or build with them or do all that? Why do I want that? Because I want to feel like a wife. I want to feel special. I don't want to be, working for someone else that I'm not, I don't want to be around somebody else for 8 to 12 hours a day for little of nothing to come home and give to you to contribute to the house that I live in. That's not what I feel like love consists of. So that's why I would not want that in a man. But maybe if you ask a man why they want a woman who's going to bring, 50% of the bill money to the table and go out and work for another man all day, and be with other people 8 to 12 hours a day, send their kids off to daycare and barely see them or their kids or even get to enjoy the home that they live in because they're too busy trying to help the man, which is the only job that he's supposed to really have, which is providing and protecting. It's because he don't love you. You see the difference? I'll repeat that. It's because he don't love you. Any man, and I stand by that. Any man that has the nerve to go ask somebody that he put a ring on it. You put a ring on something, you're supposed to help take her away from all of that. Okay? So, that's how I feel. If you putting her back into it even harder, you don't love her. Why would you love her? Okay, you pushing her back into the world in which she was trying to escape. Um, and don't be mad. If you don't be mad at what happens because eventually, a lot of men see women like that as a shortcut to building themselves and their lifestyle that they want. Because a lot of times, oh well, if we both put our money together, we could have this. I don't want to live like that. I want you to live within your means, not our means. Why? What if something happens to me and I can't work because look, a lot of women want to have a family and they want to get pregnant and have babies and they want to stay home and raise their children and do stuff like that. What happens when that second income is gone because a woman actually wants to raise her children? Then what? Then what? You're going to be mad because you got to go out and be the man that you were supposed to be in the first place. A lot of times men don't know this because they were never taught this. So a lot of women feel like their looks and their ability to level up, their ability to attract certain men and get married to a man with some money or who provides and protects is, what they deserve, what they want, what they want to be taken care of and provided for. They don't walk around feeling like I want to be 50-50. And men should not expect women to feel like that unless they want that. Now, it doesn't mean that they can't, like what I do, start their own company or business or whatever on the side and get paid their way. But it doesn't mean, you're going to expect it or need anything from that woman because, her being there and especially if she has your children is enough. Period. If you want any more from her, then now, the dynamic of the relationship is now unbalanced and it's going to start to show. Now, like when a man wants someone, when a woman wants someone to be successful and able to provide, it's for generations, the betterment of the family, having a child that doesn't want for anything. It's not for her own selfish reasons to level up quicker on somebody else's, dime when that's not even her job. If you had to give birth, carry life for 9 months, this may be a little bit uncouth, bleed every month for several days, uh, gain water weight, look good every day, dress nice, have your toes, nails, skin soft, hair shaved, whatever, do your makeup, smell good. If you got to do all that looking cute, no sick days, especially if you got kids. Women hardly ever get days off. Then honestly, if you expect your woman to go out and work and bring you something back, you don't love her. And I'm convinced. There. I said it. He said, no. He said they probably don't love themselves either. And I'm getting ready to get on women too. If you go out the house and you represent your man in a bonnet and some slippers and some pajamas, you don't love him either. Especially if he paid and paying for you and your kid or y'all's kids. You go out there representing him like who did it and why. Like honestly, they paying for you to look good, look good. I could never, like, I wouldn't even disrespect myself like that. But if somebody knew who I was with, if they knew my husband and they saw me on the street looking like who did it and why, they're gonna be like, did he lose his job, girl? What happened? What happened? He got fired? Y'all need some GoFundMe? What's going on? No, I need to be looking good at all times if I'm representing whoever is taking care of me. That's how it's gonna be. I might not look I might not look, the same every day, but I'm not going out the house looking like who did it and why. That's a different thing because I represent someone. And, if I'm well taken care of, that's how I need to look. You could walk around your house momentarily for, whatever, lounging. But when y'all go out together, represent. And, a lot of these women, they feel like, okay, well, I'm married, so I don't have to look good anymore when I go out with my man or whatever. But then y'all get mad when he looks at other women. But at the same time, if you ain't nothing to look at and ain't no man looking for you, then why he's looking for you? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go out and make other men turn their head for you. And you won't have to worry. Your man should be watching other men's heads turn for you. That's it. Okay. That's for real. That's why I do not step out in sneakers or any type of, unless I'm like, if you're not walking in a park or going to the gym and you going out with your man, you need to look good. I don't care. Y'all need to look like y'all got what y'all got. Or at least he taking care of you. Okay. You're 5'9" and get tired of them heels sometimes. Well, then get you some cute shoes that don't have heels on them. It's almost summertime. They have sandals. They have all types of really cute, like pretty, sparkly, beautiful shoes that you could go get that doesn't have a heel on them that are very feminine. So make it work. And when you are out with a man and you look good, they want to spend. They want to spend. Especially if they're your man. They want to spend it. You somewhere and all these men is looking at you and him and you want something and he don't give it to you. Them other men start reaching for their wallet quick. Like, I got it. Let me get it. You want a drink? And they'll try to come over there and make friends with your man so they can get a close up. So you look like a close up. Hey, don't I know you? No. Oh, okay. I knew you from somewhere. Say, they're looking for an introduction. Oh, this is my wife, my girlfriend, whoever. Oh, they just want to touch your hand. Oh, nice to meet you. How many men have done that? Come up on a man and pretend they knew him from somewhere just so they could touch their wife or girlfriend hand. And let them get a close up too. That's dirty, but it's good because sometimes they be working. Make that man spin on his woman. Well, what do you want to drink? Oh, I want this. Oh, okay. Let's so a lot of times men are bold like that. Especially like when you go out the house looking, I think this is why a lot of men don't want their woman looking too good because these men are bold with it. They know they got more money or they know they could, got some type of way to get your woman's attention and they will try. But that just makes you do what you're supposed to do even harder. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had that happen a lot. I just be laughing. Anyway, if you look good, your man will still look at another woman. Being a woman is this life is very hard. Of course, and you still gonna look at another man, baby. Like your eyes don't work too. You still gonna look at their car when they drive by in a nicer car. You still gonna look at their clothes if they have nicer clothes. You still gonna look at them if they look better. It goes both ways. But the point is be able to look at each other the same way. So you know what you got. You had no clue someone was looking at you and he was like, you didn't see me looking. Girl, you like, you know what? By this at this time, I can't keep up. Y'all just I know y'all like what y'all see, so just how am I supposed to know you looking? You didn't send over no drawing, you didn't try to offer, you didn't introduce what? You're always wanted to be a doctor and now you study medicine. How can I get a man who fully provides? I look very feminine. Get you a surgeon. Get you a doctor that makes more money than you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like that way your little change, unless you're a surgeon, unless your little surgeon, uh, unless you're a surgeon. But if you don't make as much as a surgeon, then it ain't for the surgeons, baby. Go higher. You a general practitioner, you go get somebody that make a lot more money than you in your field. Go find the owner of the hospitals. I don't know, girl. Do something. If you don't mind a guy looking slightly better than you, I'll just try to look even. Girl, I'm not even. If a guy like honestly, handsome, good looking with a pretty woman is a good contrast. Pretty boy and beautiful woman, I don't think it's gonna work. I think like there's a masculine handsome that complements a woman's beauty, you know, and it's the contrast that works. Okay, a man can be handsome not based on his physical appearance, but on how he carries himself, how he walks, talks, smells, dresses. Okay, because you can take someone really bad looking and put them in a suit, do their hair cut some sort of way, spray some cologne on them, shave them up a little bit, you know, teach them how to walk a little better, whatever. Some people have some goofy walks, and put him in a room full of people who don't know who he is, and all of them will be after him. You know what I'm saying? And maybe like 30 minutes ago, he was up there with some shorts and some socks pulled up with some stripes on them and some dad sneakers and a t-shirt from Walmart or something. But you put him in that, oh my gosh, everybody's gonna be like, oh my god, that's a good man. Oh, vanity sprinkle sprinkle. You thinking about doing a pageant, but you only have 3 weeks. Should you do it? Would be on my biggest level up yet. Sprinkle sprinkle. Girl, I don't know nothing about no pageants. But I mean, is it beneficial to you? Is it going to bring you some money? Are you going to waste money doing it? Or are you going to do it just because you like doing it? So, whatever is most beneficial to you, then do it. Like, if that's what you like doing, then go do it. For me, I don't, to me, competing against other women is silly to me. But if you have to compete against other women, that's all I'm saying. If you know you're gonna win, then go get the crown, baby. But don't compete. Just go to win. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's all I can tell you. You say you love masculine men, not feminine looking. Exactly. So you know you will win. Then go to win. If there's no doubt in your mind that you're gonna win something, then go get it. It's not even competing if you know you're gonna win. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Huh? You haven't what? Your colleague mentioned you're his type, okay? You've been strategizing how to get the bag and get me not to work with him. You figured he is on and off with baby mama. Please drag you. Why would I drag you? First of all, if you're single, or if that's your work husband, darling, because you know we all have work husbands if we work. If that is your work husband, get his money and date other people too, if that's what you want. If he's on and off with baby mama, then you be on and off with dating. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But there's no reason to pass up what he got to give you. You could be on and off with dating too, girl. This week you dating him, next week you dating somebody else. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Unless he decides he want to be on with you and off with her, and he making enough money to where you don't have to work no more. What's a good engagement ring price? I don't know, child. Like engagement and wedding ring are two different things. You got to have two rings. All right. What kind of ring do I like? The expensive kind. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There was a guy that gave me money, but one day said, "Do you want to make $200?" And when I asked what for, he said, "Never mind. I can't disrespect you like that. Should I cut him off?" Oh my gosh. Well, you know what he was finna ask next, girl, don't you? No, tell him, but you'll take $200 from him. Mm, mm, mm. He said he was like, "You want to make $200? No, but I'll take $200, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle." Mm. Um, he said he already disrespected her only $200. Hopefully he was joking. I'm gonna take it as a joke, but I'm gonna collect my $200 from him. He said it sound like he want to get peed on. Oh my goodness. How to make him want to see me more? Um, Girl, just continue living your life like you live it. If he likes you, he will want you to see you. If you're doing too much, it's gonna be like, okay, well, but just keep continuing to be yourself. Look good, feel good, do what you want. And like some men, they're visual creatures. They like to visualize. They like to see you looking your best or looking cute or looking like they like you to look. And just like women, they like, comfort and lifestyle. So they like to have the things they want. They need to be able to feel comfortable when they're with you. They need to be able to feel like they're protected and provided for when they're with you in order to even enjoy being with you. So if that's not the energy that you're giving off, the woman is never going to feel fully, able to enjoy because it's just there's just not enough ability to fully enjoy when you don't feel a certain way. You know, it's kind of like do I still have the level up group? I still have everything I've always had. Yes. You debating on being a stripper or being on an OnlyFans account in a relationship with a guy that makes around 300 weekly. My job is fast food girl. When I was in that position, I just went and got a sugar daddy. So I don't know what y'all talking about. I ain't finna do no extra work. I'm just finna be. It's easier to just get a sugar daddy than to go do all of that because it's gonna be harder to get somebody after you've been everywhere all online. Okay, so look cute, go out and go find you somebody and get your money. I'm finna go get me somebody that if I were in that situation, which I probably was a long time ago, I just went out and find me somebody that's gonna pay every bill and plus and whatever else I needed. Because you know why? I'm not gonna do all that. If I'm quitting a job because I don't want to work, then I'm quitting a job because I don't want to work. Period. Nowhere. Doing whatever. Okay. If you're confident enough in yourself to go strip and start an OnlyFans, you should be confident enough in yourself to go get an old man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm just saying. Um, every time you tell girls that you want a man to pay for everything, they say, I'm superficial. What should I do? Tell them you're going to be superficial with all bills paid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you hide a sugar daddy from a nosy boyfriend who can see your location? Get 2 phones. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Do looks really matter or how you communicate matter? Because my friend is way bigger than me and has a man who is flying papers for and I'm smaller than her. Maybe it's her confident level. Maybe it's how she values herself. A lot of times that's what happens. Um, you also have to be able to keep the man's interest. Would you date more than one? If I was 100% happy with whoever I was with in every way at the time that I needed it, then probably because I'd be too focused on that and myself because myself is a lot to focus on. But if I was not able to, feel that way, then I may say, okay, well, let me see what else is, available. But I would have to really be like, okay, well, given many, many chances to the other person, and if they weren't able to do whatever, then I would definitely go and seek elsewhere because it's your life, you know. It's always going to be your life. Where are y'all finding these Splenda daddies? To me, leveling up means leaving behind or limiting access to people who don't have the same values as me or want to tear me down. Exactly. And sometimes you have to realize, like when you leave behind people that want to tear you down, they can never tear you down if you can't be torn down. You know what I'm saying? So also think about that. Like if you can't be torn down, if you can't be torn down, sprinkle, sprinkle. That's just it. You only allow people to tear you down. They can't tear you down if you don't allow it. What do you think of Nigerian men in Houston? I don't know. It's been so long since I dated a Nigerian dude. Um, Before I was married, I don't know. Back then, they were rampant and spending money. Girl, back in the 90s. In the early 2000s, yeah. Why do some men prefer plain or unattractive women? So they can go get a beautiful, attractive woman on the side. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Some believe in having both. Um, because they be looking at the other ones still. How do you get this married man to ask for your number? He's old as heck and you're 18. Um, Maybe you need to be a little bit older than 18. Do you look older than 18? Because sometimes, like, if you still look like a teenager, you also have to remember that people are going to see you together, and it's going to look strange, too strange. Okay, it's going to look like bad, strange. So, you need to level up your age and how you look, like dress like you're way older, do your makeup like you're way older, get an older looking hairstyle, and maybe if he can see you as someone he could be seen out in public with and not get the side eye, perhaps he might say something. But honestly, that's a lot of things older men worry about when having to deal with someone fresh out of high school. So make sure you understand that you got to have a mature look. Like I dated an older man when I was like 19 because I had a mature look. I had to wear suits in my profession. I had to wear heels and you know um, skirt suits, and my hair wasn't super long. It was probably up to here. I had to wear professional looking makeup. I had to have professional looking manicure and things like that. So I looked like I was in the corporate world, or because I worked in a funeral home. So I didn't look 18 or 19 or 20 or 21. I probably looked a little bit more mature for my age. So if you're dressing very trendy, if you look like every other 18-year-old, you're not going to get the attention of no old man. So you said, did I ever get money from white men back in the day? Probably. I got money from all types of men. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Got money spent. Uh, did you ever? You probably still had a baby face. I did, but I made it look more mature. One of your potentials used to be married to your childhood friend. They've been divorced for years. Should I care about Backlash? I don't know. If you don't talk to them no more, who cares? If you do, then it could be. Unless y'all talk every day, then that might be strange. You said, so you disrobe for a white man. I didn't say I disrobe. I said I got money. There's a difference. I disrobe for whoever I disrobed for. Ain't nobody business. Okay. Did you disrobe for a white lady? Did you disrobe for a Latina? Did you disrobe for who? A black woman? Did you disrobe for a mixed woman? Did you disrobe for an Asian woman? Who cares? You got to disrobe to get down and do something. You think, did you keep your clothes on or something? I can disrobe, put a robe on, take it off whenever I want. Who cares? You ain't the authority of robes up in here. Sprinkle, sprinkle. People disrobe in the strip club every day, and people go throw money at them. Mm-hmm. Any advice for moving in with a boyfriend? He is paying for the home, bills, etc., so financially provided for. But I have never lived with a man before. Then have options to leave whenever you want. If you don't like it, then you can always go. Best thing I can tell you is you're gonna get to know him. If you move in, you're going to really get to know them. Will be starting a new job at a plant around lots of men. Should I get my hair done in braids or wear a wavy wig? Girl, whichever one you think on. First of all, are those men making enough money to provide for you so you don't have to work at that plant no more? Or do you just want to stick out and be feminine because and you're not really looking for that attention? Um, you're probably gonna be sexually harassed. So look the worst you could look so you don't get sexually harassed. If you want to be sexually harassed, look the best you could look. If you're not trying to attract any attention from them because you don't want their money because you're aiming higher, then it really doesn't matter. Honestly, I'm not, unless you're working in the office part where you don't have to be in the plant part, you can look however you want. But remember, what are you trying to attract or what are you trying to repel? Dress accordingly. There are lots of women out there who are telling people that they're lesbian so they don't get sexually harassed. So whatever you got to do, do it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Can you please do another how to make online? I no longer want to be a teacher. How to make online? What's that mean? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You want to attract finance men this summer? Okay, well then do so. Go hang out where I hang out. How can I look older when I look 14? Wait till you 15, 16, grow older. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Honestly, you don't need to look older at 14. You 14, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How can you get a car from a man without sex? Make sure he's a super old man with a super lot of money and likes you in his life. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And has several cars. Maybe he'd give you one of them. There's been women in here before who dated guys. They were old and they had several cars. Who bought them a car or gave them one of their cars. Just depends on the guy. The more money he got, the easier it's going to be. You said 14, get offline and do your homework. Girl, some of these 14-year-olds thinking they grown. Well, it's never too early to learn because 14-year-old, that's in high school, right? But apply this later when it is much needed. Like when you are legal. Okay. Oh, she says she looks 14. Okay. Well, I didn't know. She is around here, her age, mid-20s, and has money now. Okay. I don't know. How do you hide being a sugar baby from family? Charge fees and finder shows people in your area? Oh, and Tinder. Have an alias name or something. I don't know, girl. I don't know nothing about that Tinder. Okay. You was sexually harassed as a front desk secretary, covered up, wearing a bit of makeup. My boss told me to work in the back office. I was harassed there too, so they told me to work from home. Girl. It's a mess, ain't it? It's a mess out there. And see, this is what a lot of these men don't realize. Like when they want you to go out and work and build with them and bring home 50-50, they don't know what you got to go through out there either. Like they don't know that you're being sexually harassed on a daily basis. They don't know when you go in your closet in the morning, you be like, what will not get me sexually harassed today that I can put on this body? They don't know what women go through trying to bring home the money that man should be doing himself. So they need to quit and just go ahead and be what they're supposed to be. Oh, JD, sprinkle, sprinkle. You're 22. How can I tell if a man is 50-50 or provider? I don't need a roommate. By making sure that When you speak of anything, you indicate that you are not a 50-50 woman. Just a lot of times, if you just let them speak or ask them about what do they think about certain types of relationships or a person, maybe, maybe if you tell them about a friend, uh, and say like, okay, well, my friend, she's getting really mad because her husband or her boyfriend wants her to pay half these bills, and let him expound upon that. Let him talk on it. And see, you'll see if he's a 50-50 man. If he's a 50-50 man, then he's a 50-50 man. Don't move in with him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What should we focus on? Starting a business first or finding a husband to me? Both, girl, same time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Actually, if you get the man first, then he can fund the business. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Depends on how good you look and how much he want you. You know what I'm saying? Mm, mm. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, women want successful men just like men want attractive women. I've never heard a man say that they want an ugly woman, and I've never heard a woman say that they want a broke man. So the whole thing is date or marry the type of man or woman that you want. And in order to get them, make sure you're able to give them exactly the type of lifestyle or the type of look that they want. You know what I'm saying? Is it bad to complain in relationship? Will it drive the man crazy? Well, probably, unless you know how to complain the correct way. There are easier ways to complain that doesn't sound like you're complaining. So be smart about how you want to say what you want to say. That's all. Hmm. After a while, you can complain because you know they ain't going nowhere. But I would say most likely in the first couple of years of marriage, find another way to say what you need to say. 'Cause after a while, they already know you going to say something, and it's not going to bother them as much, because y'all been together so long. Like they don't care. Um. So, how would you encourage someone to finish up their something something degree? He stopped at his senior year, and I know once he finished, he'll make a. Girl, I'm not worried about no college dude. Where my if he's grown and he still haven't finished school, he need to be making money in some sort of business by now. If you don't finish your degree, then make a job, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get your money. I don't like. That's not my job to help finish raising a man or push him in a direction that he should have been already himself. I'm not trying to change nobody. If they're not improving for me or themselves, then I don't care. I'm just gonna go, be who I am. So that's another thing. Like I'm not gonna push somebody to go finish their degree. They gonna finish it and leave you, girl. I mean, they don't want to finish it. Obviously, they're trying to do something else. Most people don't even work in the field of their degree. Honestly, what I'm saying is that's not your problem. That is not your job. If you already with him and you trying to push him to level up his finance, then start spending more money so he can figure out how to make some more. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Maybe it'll be his idea. Oh, I need to go back and get my degree so I can earn more money. Yeah, maybe I need to start my own business on the side. This lady's going through this money quick. And most women don't go backwards in lifestyle. They want more. You're supposed to be leveling up as a man if you have a career anyway. Or you need to find extra. He needs to find extra streams of income. That's just it. That's just how it has to be. If he can't figure out having a degree or skills put him ahead, he lacks common sense. And having common sense will also put you ahead. So either way, he should be ahead, correct? If he's making that money. What advice do you give to an overweight 32-year-old woman? Um, the same advice I give to everyone, baby. Look good. Okay? Look good as best as you can. Love yourself. And through that, you're going to automatically start improving yourself, whichever way you need to be improved. That's it. So here's my thing. We watch people every day struggle with weight, whether they're famous or not famous, whether they're in our family or not. And when they looking good, they looking good. And when they're, when they struggling, they struggling. But at the same time, they're still the same person and they are still confident. And so a lot of times men or women feel like low in confidence when they look a certain way. That's an indicator that you need to love yourself more. Get dressed, put your makeup on, do your hair. And if you try to lose weight, even if you're not, you're going to feel your best either way. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And when you feel your best and you treat yourself like you deserve everything, then other people will treat you the same way. That's why I earlier mentioned in the video, this lady said her friend was fatter than her and getting more money than her. I don't know. For men, okay? Because it's not about that all the time. It's about your confidence and how much you love yourself and what part of the journey of the level up that you're on. Because either way, you're going to be who you are at any size. And a lot of times, like, it's the same thing. Like, it's harder to be that as a man financially. Like, when you're broke as a man, you can't do the same things as you could do when you had money. And just like when you're heavier as a woman, you can still do the same things as you could when you were skinnier, except you're just in a bigger body. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Now, if if you gain an extreme amount of weight, then that could be an indicator that something else is making you gain that weight, and you may need to be like, okay, well, how do I maintain or control this? What is it? It could be, a lot of people eat when they're bored or when they're sad or when they're too happy. When you get in that relationship, you be too happy and be eating everything. So find out what it is that's making you gain weight. Most of the time it's happy weight or bored weight. So find out what that is and then occupy your time or, get back on track, whatever it is. You want another sugar daddy, but you scared your other one will find out? Well, then tell them you need more. Be like, baby, I need some more. Or else I got to go find something else to get more with. How do you get over a guy? Get another one. I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean, if you don't, like, here's the thing. A lot of women who are single or who are married or who are dating, if you're not with that man, you're over them. Because if you weren't over them, you would be with them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. You over them if you ain't with them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're constantly trying to be with him again, if you're constantly saying, let's get back together. Let's be a couple. I want to be with you forever. Let me, then you're not over him and he over you. So if you're like, okay, well, it is what it is, whatever, whatever, and you're not trying to, be with him, then it doesn't matter. You can still think about somebody and be over them. Like, honestly, a lot of women confuse not being over someone with thinking about them. As long as you ain't with him and trying to get back with him, then you done. You're over them. And like getting another one will help you even more. Hmm. How to make a guy regret losing you? Y'all keep asking the same questions. You can't. If they don't regret it, they won't regret it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Get with somebody better, I guess. That's the only way I could think of. Get with somebody better. Mm, get with somebody that you like better. An average dude whose friend is super rich in town. How can I use him as a ladder to get introduced to the rich guy? He is a bit flirtatious with me these days. Um, I don't know. Like, definitely just hang out with that dude and see what happens. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Maybe you'll get introduced. Who knows? Pearl. Okay, y'all are talking about each other. A once crook, always a crook. That's not true. Some people had to be crooks because they ain't had no choice. Mm, but sometimes, once you get your money up, yeah, a lot of people ain't got to be crooks no more. You like the term valuable instead of yeah, yeah, we know that. Like high value is cheap to me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got to indicate something is high value. That's the side out action right there already. Like, why are you trying to convince me? Something is off. Does your advice apply to lesbian relationships? I'm starting to think I'm gay. I don't know, child. It works if it works. It don't if it don't. You know, I don't know. I could never tell you that. I don't know if I could be in like I could never imagine the dynamic between two women because I'm too spoiled. If you're not giving me what I want and you ain't the masculine one, then I can't have nothing to do with you. And then if you're over emotional, if you're too sensitive and all this kind of stuff, I can't have nothing to do with you. I need a very masculine man who's gonna do what they need to do and get it done. And that's just that. So I can't tell you about no lesbian relationship. But if it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. And no, no disrespect, but I can't. I can't even deal with, emotional men. So like if you're too emotional, if you cry, like I can't watch you cry unless it's a funeral or something. Okay. That's it. What do you think of wearing name luxury brands? I think it's fine if they're gifts and you ain't spending your own money on it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Otherwise, you wasted money if they ain't paying for it in some sort of way. I would get. I want to get a new one, but it's his friend. How can I handle this? Switch your wig in your name, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I said switch your wig in your name. Fake an accent, child. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Cut ties. I don't know. Like, I mean, be creative. First of all, I mean that happened. A lot of times that happens to people, and you might end up wanting to be with the other guy. Honestly, but at the same time, know what you want first. First of all, know what you want, and if you can get it. If you can't even get it, don't even risk messing up. So if you know you can't get it, then don't even bother. That's all I can tell you. Because you're gonna mess up both of them. If you know you could get it 100%, then it won't matter. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Once you with the other one, it won't even matter. Mm. So you said your teachings are making Sugar Daddy so attached. I fear he might have a major heartbreak when I get into a proper relationship. Um, well, then I guess, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes I feel like, do men really have the same thoughts about women? Do they fear hurting women based on what might happen in the future with another relationship? Or do they just go do what they want? Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right then. Keep them as a keep them as someone that you can always go back to if you need to, girl. Here. Tell him you'll make time for him later on. But y'all can't but then set y'all's boundaries. They might they might take it. Mhm. What time you're live daily? I don't know. I go live whenever I feel like it. Like most of the time it's different, but my normal patterns is mostly during the daytime. Mhm. The afternoons, the early afternoons. You said you're trying to get a teacher to talk to you in private, girl. He might lose his job, girl. You have to be masculine. Also, how do I stand out from the other girls? Look good. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do a little extra. Go in there with some lashes on. Maybe wear some red lipstick, some perfume that smells extra good. Girl, go watch Legally Blonde. Figure it out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Legally Blonde, darling. Ah, y'all remember that movie? See, red lipstick, girl, it works. It sure works. Every time I wear red lipstick, it works. Mhm. You said James don't have no single friends? I don't know. At his age, all his friends is old because he old. So if they single, I don't know. They might be widowed. I don't know. They single, they old and single. How do you keep your energy protected from other people? Since I've been leveling up, I've been feeling evil eyes on me from friends. Then that's how you know you leveling up correctly. Girl, when I was younger, I everybody used to try to give me the evil eye. Keyword try. And I just keep on going. I just keep walking like, yes, I know I look good. I probably told this story a couple times on this channel, but there were times when I was walk into a place and just walk up to the bar area and people mad for no reason. Just who she thinks she is. Me, not you, obviously. And the guys that were once giving them attention or whoever they had come there with was breaking their necks to look at me. And it ain't my fault. I do me. Okay. But let them be mad. Let them get a stink eye. I don't care. They looking ugly. I'm looking good. Done. That's how you have to look at it. That's your problem. It ain't mine. Okay. If friends are getting jealous of you, then it's time for them to level up, or they need to level away in a different direction. Because if you're not able to be happy for me and you my friend, then you ain't my friend. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm just being honest. I'm not gonna make people comfortable. I'm just gonna be who I am. If you uncomfortable around me, then get from around me. If I make you look bad by standing next to you, scoot over. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's all I can tell you. Because y'all ain't gonna control where I go and what I do. That's how you have to feel. That's how you have to live your life. Otherwise, what are you there for? Shall I write in your Instagram bio that I study medicine or what? Girl, I'm writing something else. Like, why would you write something so? Let me see what I wrote in mine. I forgot what I even wrote in mine. See, she was 7. Yeah. Y'all follow me on Instagram. She was 7. Okay, this is what I wrote. Standards and lifestyle have a lot in common. Standards, lifestyles, and choices are important. I just put a quote, my quote. I ain't got to put all that extra. That's none of their business. Is a medical based Instagram? Because it's really none of their business. I just put a quote, girl. You ain't got to do all that extra. And sometimes it doesn't even show up. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever your profession is, it's not going to show up anyway because mine doesn't. What did I put? Yeah, I just put a quote. All right. Let your picture speak, darling. Like, okay, I understand that a lot of times women are proud of themselves for going to medical school and being all this and that. Be proud with your family members who are going to be happy for you if they are. Be proud with people that are going to celebrate you. Not that people don't be proud of yourself as far as like, okay, well, I'm this and I'm that. I'm a doctor. I look like this. I look like that. Or I'm in the medical school or whatever. Because you're going to become an unnecessary target to a lot of dusties who want to go 50-50 with you because you're a doctor. Okay. Or whatever, nurse, whatever. You ain't gonna know what I do, how much money I make. All you gonna know is that I like money and you better have some. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You know what I'm saying? That's all you're gonna get from my Instagram. I ain't finna tell y'all nothing. But if y'all don't know me, y'all don't know me. If I tell you that's my, choice, but I'm not getting ready to blast it to the world. You say you can't wait till social media fades out. Uh-huh. What when women have good jobs, you can only make yourself a target by broadcasting that. Exactly. Oh, Jazz. I said Jaws. Jazz sprinkle sprinkle. Oh, you said you're getting married soon. That's why you asked. I'm still not putting that up there. People don't care if you're married. They gonna hop in them DMs anyway. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all don't know that by now? Married or unmarried, they gonna hop in there anyway. Um, you just applied to be an event planner and you are so excited. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? As long as you love doing that, then definitely have fun and get your money. And maybe you could meet some people. You found the most amazing source of men didn't care what I did for a living. That's correct. A lot of times, if you want a man to care what you do for a living, and you want him to be interested in your career, and I'm not talking to the lady that asked about this, but for women in general, then they're not going to really be interested in you. They're going to be more interested in what you can make and earn and how you can improve their lifestyle going 50-50. What you do for your career shouldn't define everything about you. It should just be how you earn your money or what you enjoy doing. But at the same time, there's other aspects to your life and your personality and things like that. So let's focus. I would focus more on that. Mhm. Okay. They like ambitious women because they aren't ambitious. Okay, well, I guess that's true. If he's interested in your career, he's either competing with you or trying to steal your resources. I know. Like out most men who have money, they don't care what you do. I've never been asked, "What do you do for a living?" by a man who had a lot of money. I'm gonna repeat that. No man have ever asked me what I do for a living. I had to tell them voluntarily, but they ain't never asked. Not the ones with the money. Okay, they don't care. That's not why they walked up to me. Oh, I wonder what she do for a living. Don't matter. They don't want my money. They might want something else, but they don't want my money. So be like that. And men in here can say the same thing. Like, if you ever saw a woman and she looked so good that you just walked up to her and you didn't care what she did for a living, you didn't even care to ask. You did no, the thought never crossed your mind. You was just like just wanted to be in her presence and see what she smelled like and what looked like up close. You was never even, you ain't finna ask no type of question just in case. You don't like the answer. You don't even want to hear it. You be like, I don't want to hear it just in case I don't like it. I'm not asking you what you do for a living. I just want to be in your presence. That's the level you need to get to as a woman if you're tired of leading with your career or tired of men asking you about your career. You need to get to that level to where nobody is thinking about your career when they walk up to you. Okay? That's all you need to look. Um, hmm You lead with your smile and perfume free game. Okay. It's like when men who ask, "What do you do for a living?" are looking for a discount coupon. I know. Your Instagram bio is coder, nerd, entrepreneur. Will it attract? Girl, take that off. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, yes, coder, nerd, entrepreneur is such a turn on to a man. Come on now. If that's your business Instagram, fine. If that's not your business Instagram, what's it doing up there? It's social media, not business media. If that's not your business page, take it off. You there to do business? Mm-hmm. You said, do you see cellulite? You probably do. Most real authentic women have cellulite. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you don't see cellulite, something might be off, a little bit off. You might need to double check. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You have been warned. He said real men don't care about cellulite. They showed on. All right. As a dentist, how can you get money out of a boyfriend husband if he knows I'm a dentist? Well, make sure you have some fake debt to where all your money goes to. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone says you're a dentist working at a nonprofit organization. Yeah, girl, make it up. You know how to do it. I got I got make up some fake debt, or say you working for pennies on the dollar because you're doing nonprofit, but really you ain't. Just lie. You know how to do it. You basically do it because you love helping people for free. Yes. Then start crying and say, I do it to help the children. Um, he said supermodels have cellulite. Girls stop trying to be perfect. Google it. Yeah. Don't nobody care about cellulite no more. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hi, Shira. I'm in my mid 20s, currently living with my mom. You're single and ready to move out, but I'd rather have man pay my bills instead of doing it on my own. Should I wait or move away? Um, I mean, you know yourself. I'm gonna tell you this. You know yourself. Do you want to struggle or do you want to live easily? You choose. That's all I can tell you. Pick which one. You want to struggle or live easily? I ain't finna struggle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Life is too precious to struggle. I need to be enjoying it every moment. Okay. Hey girl, how can I leave my relationship? I'm moving out and he does not know it. Should I wait till he goes to the store? I'm taking the cat and the dog. Oh my goodness, girl. Um, that might be a little bit hard to do. Like unless you only got a few items, you gonna move out during the time of a store trip. If you got a few items, I guess, girl. Or you can go on a trip and say I have to go visit a family member or go to a fake funeral and then just never return. Keep your key, come back when you know he ain't there, grab the cat, grab the dog, then tell him later. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're building your dream life right now, plan to quit 9 to 5 and recently opened your business. Parents are telling me to get married ASAP and focus on that, but I want to live a easy lifestyle. Okay. It sounds like you're doing too much. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Honestly, a man will fund your business. If you're trying to marry a 50-50 man, then by all means, level up and go get a man who ain't 50-50. Then he'll fund your business. Y'all doing everything backwards. Level up. Get a man to fund your business. You ain't got to marry him unless you want to. At least you have options. And your family may be telling you to do stuff, but it's still your life. Do what you want. Do what's best for you. That's what I do. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna level up. I'm gonna look cute. I'm gonna work this little 9 to 5 till I find that man who's gonna take me away from his 9 to 5. And then I'm gonna start my own business with his money. Oh, okay. You said you're grateful for the men who will fund your business. Yes. It's a wonderful thing. You said all men in Germany are 50-50. Well, then be 0-0 when you give it up. And don't give up none. I bet you there'll be that 50-50 gonna change. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all, because y'all be giving it up to them. Stop sleeping with 50-50 men. Stop sleeping with men like that. Why would they need to be anything else if you gonna give it up still? If y'all want to make a change, then stop doing anything. Stop rolling around in the bed with them. There you go. You said you must leave, but you should do better than this. Okay, her goal ambition should be good example of black mother today. Too much negative pent up. Boy, see, this is the thing. Men think their opinion counts. If your paycheck can't pay all of our bills, we can't listen to you. You don't have the solution. If you're not willing to put your money where your mouth is, we can't hear. And the thing is, it's like they also like men also feel like they have the authority to tell a woman what to do. You ain't got no authority unless your bank account got some authority. Okay? I don't know what I don't know where they coming from. Where's your authority? It's not in your bank account, then it ain't there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, you don't have the money to back up what you're saying, so we can't listen. If you're unable to provide and protect for a woman and do what you need to do for that woman, then you can't teach no woman. You can't help no woman. You can't suggest nothing to no woman because you don't have anything that she wants or needs. Think about it. You said they just want to be heard. We still can't hear you. Money talk. Remember that? Money talk. Okay. Women should be as ambitious as they want to be, and men should be even more ambitious so that they can provide for those ambitious women who don't need to even be ambitious unless they choose to be. Do you hear that? Again, let me tell you. Because if a woman becomes ambitious, she's gonna be more ambitious than you, and you gonna look like the woman. Y'all don't realize how powerful women are. We are very powerful. Very. If y'all don't want us to compete with y'all, believe, as you can see what's happening, y'all don't want a woman to compete with you because we will do too much and make you look bad. And then you're gonna be sitting in somebody's comments crying and trying to tell them what to do from a less of a bank account. Okay. Women gonna make all this money, even though they're paid less, they're gonna figure out how to make more, and you can't tell them nothing. So either you go figure out how to make more and become super ambitious, so that she can be a wife or a woman and do her own little thing that she wants to do instead of out here trying to be all this for her, you, and the kids. You said, please use a mic. I got a mic. I just got to move it closer. Sorry. So, don't tell us what to do unless you can do it better. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, these men coming in here with these jacked up names thinking they got some authority. All right. How many books have you written, sir? Do you have a? I'm just asking. You don't. Are we gonna see James again? I don't know. Are you gonna see him again? This ain't James' channel. It's my channel. Okay. So remember that. You said the only book he wrote was in the comments. Y'all silly. You're moving out of your apartment in August because your boyfriend is an alcoholic. I really need to level up my life and start over. Okay, girl, move out when he passed out. You said, so what are we supposed to do? I don't know. Like a lot of people are so in a box and indoctrinated into what society says you're supposed to do. Do what you want. That's what you're supposed to do. Whatever you want. If you weren't forced from childhood to get a degree and to go to school and to work and get your little paycheck and come home and think that you made it, what is it that you would want to do if you could do it for free and get paid by doing what you love? That's what you go do. And how can you do that? Getting a man to fund it, or save your money, or work your 9 to 5 and do, start your business on the side until you make more than you make on your 9 to 5 so you can quit. There are several options that we can do. If you are if you have been, conditioned to think that if you don't have a career or if you're an ambitious woman that you're not, you know, um, where you're supposed to be, that's a lie. I think a lot of people felt like, especially in certain countries, in cultures, I think a lot of women felt like that they were oppressed as women and that they can, um, you know, be smart and have same type of careers as men, but then they forgot that women also supposed to have children and have to raise them children. So they're not a man, so they shouldn't be competing with men or doing men's job. They should go do their own thing and get paid and let a man fund it and start their own business and go make way more than a man eventually anyway, because you're doing exactly what you want and love. So it doesn't even seem like work, and you can raise your kids at the same time and get paid at the same time. This is what a lot of women are doing these days. And so to compete with the men is not to compete with anything. Because you can do that. That's easy. Unless it's sports or something to do with, physical strength. Because a man is built bigger because he's supposed to be doing the work, the physical labor, the going out and getting of the food and bringing it in, the hunting and the gathering. You're supposed to be at home doing whatever you want to do, whether it's starting your own business, doing whatever you want. And we're not supposed to do that because when I was younger, I had 2 careers. I had 2 degrees, but nowhere in those um, careers was there time to be a mother. Nowhere in those careers was there time to be pregnant and have the full health for me and my child. So I quit, and I would never ever work anywhere, pregnant or married, even if it was just a fun part-time job. You know what I'm saying? So you can quit, if you want to quit your job, get pregnant. Even if it's just a fun part-time job, if you want to be, you know, staying at home all day, if you have no kids, yes, it's fine to have a fun part-time job or go hang out or do whatever. You have degrees, you want to see how they work in the real world, great. But when you're done, you're done. And I'm not saying all women like this. Like some women can find a way to make it work. Some women want to be all these, um, different types of careers, and they want to do that. If that's what you love to do, then go do it. But if you don't love it, then don't do it. That's all I can tell you. If you don't love what you do, then find another way to do something that you love. That's it. hmm So if you love what you do, then go do it. You'll find a way to make it work. You said you always feel bad when you see pregnant servers at the restaurant. I'd be mad at the baby daddy. I don't even know who they are. I'd be mad. Who out here letting you work pregnant like this? hmm So, j- yeah, the mommy thing is a bit weird, especially since he didn't ask you out. What's up with that? What? Some girls passionate about work and we clash every time. Women really want to work till they're 65 years old or married. hmm I think they do until they don't. Can you speak about virginity? Your family traumatized me, and the only love I had was my ex boyfriend, but I regret it now. Cindy, what? I don't know how old you are, but I don't care about no virginity unless you getting paid for it or you want to give it up yourself. Like I don't care what nobody's family thinks. I could care less. I'm gonna do what I want. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? It's not their virginity, it's yours. They act like it's theirs. It ain't theirs. Keep it till you find somebody that's worth it. That's all I can tell you. There you go. If you already gave it up, then it's too late anyway. Do what you gotta do. So you can always lie. Remember that. You know how many virgins that ain't virgins out here lying saying they virgins? Uh-huh. His mom saw that he likes all of my posts. Then she commented on your post, kind word, praying my dreams come true and God protects you. So maybe they are also not ready to be in a relationship. What? Girl, somebody mama comment that on my stuff. I'm deleting it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Blocking and deleting. Um I'm gonna be like blocked and deleted, darling. Once it block, why block it? Do you know his mama? Like I'm not getting the full context. Have you ever met his mother? Well, maybe just delete it. Maybe not blocked. Just delete it, or delete the whole post, girl. If you don't want to offend her, just delete the entire post. Why his mama looking at it, everything he likes? Something strange. Isn't she just trying to create a relationship? Girl, I don't know. I never had no mama come on to me. Oh, and if I did, it would be a little bit strange. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Excuse me, ma'am. If a mom like commented and said something, I would think she was being a little bit strange. Like most moms are not gonna come and do that. They're gonna wait till you meet them properly or something. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna delete the whole post. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. You think it's important when women find men who are able to give them option to stay at home if they want to? I know eventually I do, but right now I don't. Exactly. You should. That's what I'm talking about. The option. Like when, like I always say this. Like when you are in high school or going to college, you're not thinking like you will be thinking at 28 or 29. You're not thinking what job or career choice to get into that will allow me to be a mother and have time for my family or my children. You don't even go in there thinking about children. And then when you're in a career or when you're done with school, then the idea of marriage and children pop up, and then you realize you ain't got no time for it. So you got either you make a choice or you spread yourself thin. And I ain't finna do that. The option is definitely needed. Definitely needed. Now, when the kids get older and they don't need you as much anymore, then yes, if you want to get back into the field or whatever the career that you were in, it's easier. But like them little young children or school age children, a lot of these kids that go to school with my children, their parents aren't even home during the day, and they doing all kind of crazy bad stuff. Okay, bad stuff. And I'm home, so my kids ain't, they're not like those other kids because no one has time for them because they're too busy working. Okay. They'll have to deal with all of that later on in life, depending on, what those kids are doing at home with no supervision. Hmm. So, you said, will I remarry? It depends on who asking. It all depends on who asking. A lot of women say, I will never remarry. I guess it depends on who asking, I guess. Got to be the right one. Your parents worked a lot, and I kind of resented that. So being a stay-at-home parent benefits children a lot. It does. Hmm. Your kid was cutting up because I was at work, shaking my head. Okay. Should you just ignore them? They are a nice family and just broke for now. He is in med school. Does that count for anything? Yeah, count for being a student. Honestly, the way that my mind works, I ain't got time to wait for nobody. Look, especially when I'm young. Live your life. Stop waiting on people. Stop. Like, you're young. You're in your prime. You're probably young. Like, what are you doing? Go get the best you can get right now and worry about that later. Date several people. Do what you got to do. If you're going to wait for somebody, then wait for them. Hopefully they'll stick with you and stick by your side and wait for you. But to me, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go live my life. I got to live. I'm not getting ready to wait, talk to nobody mama on the internet who ain't even making no money. Like, why is she popping up in my DMs? Is this dude paying my bills? No, I can't. Even at that age, I'm not having it. you know? But I'm me and you're you. We could be totally two different personalities. You could be all sweet and innocent, and I could be just who I am. And we just have different personalities and we deal with things differently. I'm not dealing with that unless there's some money with it. Hmm. You said, if a woman is not well educated and has poor parents, does she consider someone who is with guys for money and not treated with respect? Does she consider someone who is with guys for money and not treated with respect? You treat yourself with respect first if you want respect from anybody. That's number one. Number one. Okay? Because you can't disrespect someone who respects themselves. Respect yourself. Got some eyeliner here. You said you had poor parents and a great imagination, and I got you a man, a rich man. Okay. Mm-hmm. As a pretty girl, shall I have a private or official Instagram account? Why not have both, baby? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why y'all always thinking y'all gotta have a choice? Have two. Where's your alias? I'm gonna have both. I'm gonna have two. More than two. You know, I have more than two Instagram. I want for business, two for business, and two for each channel. I mean, one for each channel. Two for business, one for this channel, one for the other channel. There's no limits. You grew up and decided you didn't want to work like your mother, and the easiest thing was to get a rich man to fund your life. And you, okay, Chanel, that's what you gotta do. Having the best of both worlds always get is great for you. That's right. See, but why do we need an IG account? I don't have one at all. You don't need one at all. If you want one, you can get it. I'm just saying, if you want one, if you're on it already, that's what I'm saying. How do you get your husband to buy us a new house? Start looking at new houses. Sprinkle, sprinkle every weekend. Call a realtor. Run that credit check. Okay. Start the process. You don't need his permission. Just start it. Either he on board or he thinking you finna move out, and then he be all scared. What are you doing looking at houses? Was there something I don't know? Yeah, we finna get a new house. Run your credit. But at the same time, if somebody doesn't want to move, the move ain't gonna happen. And sometimes people don't like to move unless they're getting exactly what they want. Because what's the point? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh, since you said you was always hair done, nail done, but you were plus size, and now you couldn't meet a provider, but since you lost 90 pounds, you have finally been able to meet a great, generous man. Oh, wonderful! Sprinkle, sprinkle, get your money. So there's lots of people in here who have success stories, and that's definitely why I do this channel so people can get their money. It's wrong to continue to take money from a wealthy provider who doesn't want to get married once I'm married. No, because you ain't making him give you no money. He's gonna give it to you if he wants to. It's not wrong unless you feel it's wrong. Mm-hmm. Um, do I have any pictures from my wedding to show y'all? Yeah, back in one of them old videos from a long time ago when I lived in the other house. Girl, you got to go through all my old videos because I can't remember which one it was. But I think I should show pictures. It might even be the cover. I don't even remember. It might be the thumbnail because I don't remember. It's somewhere on there on my video. Mm-hmm. You're married and still collect from boyfriends? Okay, that's how. Why not? They're sending money. So I guess for men who are in here witnessing this, like they feel like, oh, if I marry somebody, they're still going to be getting money from boyfriends and da 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 da. Da. Are you still going to be getting phone calls from exes? Are you still going to be looking around on your exes' social media? Are you still going to text happy birthday, Merry Christmas, and all that kind of stuff? Are they going to be texting you? Do you have female friends? A lot of this stuff happens and men get upset, but they still have, all their people that they still speak with. So unless you're able to cut everybody else off completely and they no longer have access to you, then you can't really expect a woman to do the exact same if you're not willing to do that yourself. So it's just something to think about. Um, oh, L'Oreal, sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Appreciate that. You say your daughter's father has a new love and you're jealous. Oh, well, find you one too, girl. If you can't find one, then just don't focus on that. It was eventually going to happen anyway. Not like people are going to be single forever. Yeah, had a guy speak to dozens of women, but called me a hoe for speaking to one other man. Yeah, they was gonna call you a hoe if you spoke to one other man or five other men. So you might as well speak to more than one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You see, so it doesn't matter. He said, found out he has a girlfriend long distance. Not sure if I should feel bad for the girlfriend or maybe I should keep him around to get your money. Girl, keep getting your money. Who cares? Like, think with your brain. Don't care. Like, Long distance girlfriend. What is that? Who cares? Get your money. Mm-hmm. You don't ask for an allowance? Okay. You love how men always say age is just a number, but if they're referring to a woman, if she's over 35, she's a grandmother. Okay. Well, a lot of women are over 35 who they wish they could have. I mean, a lot of women over 35 are very beautiful and gorgeous, and they just, like I always say, they can't afford them. So, of course. And if they are a grandma, it's because somebody made them a grandma at a young age. So, yeah. There's grandmas out here looking better than moms. Honestly, some of them. And let me tell y'all something. A grandma or a mom is probably not going to want to date somebody's dusty anyway. They got too much to do. They got vacations to plan, holidays to plan, family gatherings to plan, school shopping. They got kids. They don't have time for no dust. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Either come with it or leave. Be out. Y'all see all of this? Ain't got time for no dust. I'm over 35. Yes. And women who are over 35, especially if they've been married before or, used to dating certain types of men, they ain't finna deal with your dustiness. They're not gonna deal with your dustiness, okay? So it is what it is. Mm-hmm. You miss man. You said you wish a man would call Naomi Campbell grandma. Okay. You said you have not met a leveled up woman in her 30s yet. Well, then get out of your hood, baby. Go to the nice side of town where women are well kept and taken care of by their men. Maybe you'll find one. Maybe you'll be able to witness that. But I don't know if your bus fare can take you that far. If not, then maybe save up a couple of days and maybe you can make a little transfer on the bus and get to the good neighborhood. Over here, so we looking good. Okay. Tanya, sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're married to a man and just moved into his home, how important is it for the wife to be on the deed of the house? It's pretty important. Get on that deed, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. So, yeah, it's not my fault that you don't get out of your environment. You said you don't live in the good, and you don't live in the hood. Well, in the country. Come out of the country. I don't know where you live. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Oh, you in Boston? Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know nothing about no Boston. Is that where Stewie lives? From Family Guy? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Honestly, if you've never seen anybody that's leveled up over 30, then maybe it's just where you live. I don't know. Maybe you need to move somewhere else. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Don't ever marry for love. That's dusty. Sure are the girls date. Why do you care about what my children are doing? It doesn't matter. Like some of y'all's questions are not appropriate. Like, is your mother dating? You can't ask people about their kids. That's not unless they volunteer that information. It's not people's like. And plus, my kids may not want me to be blasting all their information online. That's rude. I'm a considerate mother and a parent. Why is it important for a wife to be on the deed if they're married? It just is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Find out the hard way if you don't get on there. He haven't met a leveled up woman in her 30s. Where does he live? This is 2022. Get out the hood. Are you kidding? Uh-oh, Percy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You had to repeat what I say. Appreciate that. um, you can get on the deed. Try to refinance your house. Like, do it in a cool way. Like, refinance the house and get on the deed. Mm-hmm. 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 You hate living in the Northeast. The people, the weather, except everything for the food. Okay. It was a woman who said that she hadn't met level. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was talking to a man. Sorry. Sound like a man statement to me. Well, if you're a woman and you've never seen anybody so leveled up over the age of 30, maybe they're not living that long. I don't know. Or maybe they don't care anymore after that. Or I don't know. Like I think it depends on where you live. Because like around here, these women, like they be leveled up. A lot of women leveled up. Depends on where you live. Okay. Mhm. So I don't know. Shoot, can we have a moment of silence? I don't need a moment of silence. I'm not at a funeral, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You may think they are in their 20s, but they're actually 10 years older. I know a lot of women, you might not know how old they are. You might just assume that they're young when they're really older. Um, okay. I don't know. You said it's very masculine in Boston. Okay. That might be why. What that's why you're on a vacation. Okay. Wonderful. What is soft life? I don't know what is soft life, you guys. So it's easy to be better than them. Okay. I don't know what y'all talking about, but okay. So anyway, make sure, and I know a lot of people aren't always going to agree with me, and you don't have to. That's why we're two different people living in different, you know, places. But the information that I put out here is not for one particular type of person or everyone. It's for whoever needs it at the time that they hear it. So if you don't agree with everything I say, don't do everything I say. Do what makes more sense to you. Follow the advice that makes the best sense to you. Because there's a lot of people in these comments, and everybody is different. So I'm just telling y'all what I feel, what worked for me, what I suggest. I'm not saying this is the gospel, this is the truth, this is what it is. I'm saying a lot of this stuff has been experienced, and here is what I get from it, and this is what it is. Many other women have tried and had experiences, and they can agree or disagree, but whatever it is better than sitting there being dusty and broke or going 50-50. Do what you got to do and figure it out until you get to the life that you want, until you get to the lifestyle that you want. Stuff is trial and error, but if you can learn from other people and their mistakes or, their advice, then do so. hmm How much information should you offer up? As much as they need to know. And they don't need to know everything. You tell them the less you talk, the less you talk, the better it is when it is come to information. Like, do they ask for your autobiography and life story? If not, don't give it to them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's all I can tell you. If they don't have to read, if you just if you telling your life story on date one, it's a problem. hmm I don't know who told y'all that date one was life story date. It's not. Mm-mm. You said don't give us a life story when we just want some. Ah, nobody wants your life story, and they're not listening to it anyway. um, I think men are more likely to pay attention to you when you're not talking about stuff they don't care about or asked you about. Okay. Mhm. You said men love listening to themselves? Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. So, y'all got any more questions? I'm getting ready to go. Some women talk too much on dates. They sure do. Okay. Well, I don't see anything. But thank y'all so much for being here. Thank y'all, everyone who donated. Y'all hit the like button, please. Y'all get them likes up before I go. Get them likes up. Hit the like. Mhm. Do I regret not marrying a richer man? No, because I can get both. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How you doing? I'm see y'all next. Y'all acting like I got limits. Bye. Sprinkle, sprinkle.